Hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Nate and the Mutts here. People say over the years never work with kids or animals. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Hello. Wait, can you not steal my sock? Can you not steal my sock? And the other thing that I've learnt over the years, working with kids and animals, is pick your battles. Pick the things that are really important that you want to get upset about. And if it's not really important and you're getting upset about it, you're sort of losing the ability for the animals to understand what's important. This video is being made to hopefully help people have a bit more of an understanding on Jess. Thank you. Is that anything to do with you? Was that anything to do with you? Don't lick me. Don't sniff me. Sasha. Was it anything to do with you? Jess, move. Sasha, back down there, please, where you were. Hello, Lulu. Hello, Calliope. You two can wrestle, that's fine. Alright, can you move for the video? It'll make them... Thanks. Sasha, get back up where I asked you to, please. Just like kids. However, if your kid doesn't learn how to read or know how to write, you don't yell at the kid for not knowing how to read or how to write. Surely. And if you do, ask someone else how to help you. So these videos that I'm going to make is to say thank you to the animals, to people who've been a part of my world, random people I've listened to music, watched on TV, interacted with in public events. You too. I think she's finished. And have my sock back now. Got the sock back. Didn't put more energy into saying, no, that's a really negative thing, don't do that. I should now, if I'm doing it correctly, I should have an object to give to her to read a verb. But I don't. Jess? Nothing to do with you. We've discussed that. So dogs have 50 plus different types of tail positions. Tail in the air means beware. Tail straight out behind them means they're busy. And a tail tucked up, we all know. A wagging tail, however, is the biggest misconception in the animal world. A wagging tail is not a happy dog. It doesn't mean they're happy. It means they're interacting. It means they're attentive. It means they're ready to display whatever. Then you've got to look at the tongue. We only talked about the tails. So there's about 40 plus different types of tongue licks and positions of their head, the movement of their body, the whale eye in the animal world or silly, crazy world. But when you can see the whites of a dog's eye, they call it whale eye, because when a whale moves over, mostly it's black, and then you see the flashing or the flicking of the white of the eye, and that's a stress sign. So, one more time. This little border collie, the littlest one out of all of them at the moment, is sort of running. Old people, young people, whatever, may say alpha, may say dominant, may say assertive, may say the boss, whatever. There is a bit of a hierarchy within animal systems, and yet the reality is, Jess, can you move, please? Thank you. Very good. Good move. That'll do. He's licking him under the chin to be submissive. When an animal goes, they're licking on the ears to be neutral and interactive. It's not what do puppies do when they're initiating or trying to get other animals to regurgitate food? They lick underneath the chin. What do dominant dogs do? They go on the back of the other animals or towards the top of their head. So obviously there is some sort of hierarchy or structure there. Yes, it can change in doing things as life can, but people get so upset with these little words. So this is here to try to teach you things. Every one of these animals couldn't be near a male or another dog. Teach you things that'll help in your own animal world. Once they've got their ears tucked, this can be really ready to go, ready to react, or it can be cautious, or it can be happy, or it can be puppies don't have their ears ready to play. Was a happy bit when their ears are tucked. So puppies don't have their ears stick up in the air until they're over, I don't know, 9 months, calcium spike, whatever. I'm not a vet. I did human nursing stuff, but didn't finish that. Didn't do that either. I work with animals in America at shelters or pounds or whatever you call them and things that were ex-fighting dogs and working with general dogs and helping develop a basic sit, stay, come thing from what I knew at the time, which was check chain methods. Do what I want now. Do what I want. Sort of like these two goofing around. The reality of it is, after meeting and reading and watching many things and having the opportunity to interact with animals in cages in far northeast of the United States, you get to test what you read and you know what works or doesn't, because animals, unlike people, don't have this hidden agenda. We don't have this, oh, I've got to look good for this. Even making this, my whole place is basically like a kennel. But I found this one pretty not dirty sheet and put on there. So I don't get the. I know, big dog. It's silly. I get it. Cody, come here. You want to talk? Come and say hello. Yep. You. So just for that image, just for that first 10 seconds or the perception of whatever it is, people get upset because I got long hair. They get upset because I got tattoos. They get upset because your place is dirty or you haven't done things. This is just to tell you what all animals think, or all dogs. Cody, come around this way. Come over here. Yeah, come around this way. You, big dog. Come over here. And every single animal can be fixed. There is a few physiological disorders and abnormalities that may inhibit the ability to be able to communicate. Okay, I know I've got different stuff there that's not normally there. I know, but you've done very well. This is the big old wolfhound that she used to live on a chain because she couldn't get along with dogs and she used to kill dogs. But she only killed them because she couldn't interact with them correctly. So then when she got to be near them, she didn't have any real rules or understanding on animal behavior and what to do. So instead of that, when you got a dog as big as this, that just comes over and puts their hand on it or paw on him or tries to play without knowing the rules, don't lick me. I love you, but don't lick me. Good stretch. It's okay. Um, the other dogs react negatively, and then she's like, well, don't know what to do. You're acting negatively. Once she had an understanding that dogs, they are friends. There is animals and people who are good and bad. But once they all got given an opportunity and put into a place where there's an option of, here, any of them, this little monkey, every now and again goes and gets assertive over food or aggressive or dominant or pick a word. So then she goes somewhere else. If you want to have those actions, you don't get to. If you're dominant over food, she gets more food. If she's dominant, if she's possessive over bones, if they're any of them a resource, any of them a resource possessive over toys because they've got to learn to use them. They get all the toys they want, but they don't get to be a part of the family. And then when they come back, they get the option: do you want the toys or the family, or the dogs, or the animals and stuff? Now, all of these, apart from one, I don't know where my little monkey dog is, are coming and going. They find a home. If they don't find a perfect home, they stay here till they die. Once you've got an understanding of their 40 types of licks, their 18 different whale eyes or eye positions or staring. Dogs don't use treats and pats. That's all nonsense. That's what humans do. Dogs don't go and give another dog a treat or a pat. Yes, they will communicate, they will rub, they will touch under the chin or on top of the neck or on the back and rub on their side and play. The reality is they use eye contact. So by them having an understanding of eye contact, and then they use their licks as a flag, as an indicator, an interaction intention. They use their tails to explain what their licks are saying. Between their eyes, their licks, and their tail position, you'll get to learn every single thing you ever want to know about your animal and other dogs. There's cats, dogs, and horses. We're just going to do dogs for this because I'll get other people who do the other stuff better. Yeah, I stopped counting at thousands and thousands. 10,000 through shelters and other stuff and doing things and other people. Once you get over 10,000, people start to tell you to stop counting. And I kept counting and then I got over 28 and they said, just stop because it's doing your head in. Just want to help. All we're doing here is trying to change your world by the information I've learnt from animal organisations all around the world, from Australia, America, Europe, friends of mine in Asia, especially South Pacific, educating each other on ways to solve problems. When there was fires and national disasters and things like this, there was no animal plan. I went to the Australian and New Zealand Disaster Animal Management Conference in the Gold Coast. I went there and I asked them, first person ever that's been there from a rescue group, and I paid myself. We had offers, we had money and things, but I actually won a lottery ticket, so I used the money from the lottery ticket to go to try to help this. And then there's no plan. And then there was fires and stuff that we'd gone and helped with before, but because there's no plan, anyone who loves animals all of a sudden thinks, I'm going to go and help rescue a dog in a fire. You've got no qualifications, no training, no understanding or communication of what's occurring around you. By putting yourself in that situation, if it works, probably no one will ever know. Oh, Facebook and things now, you tell everyone you're great. But when it doesn't, a lot of the times, now you're putting other people's lives at risk and other animals and other things that they could be rescuing or doing stuff for because they now got to go and get you. They can't. So I ended up with NAGA, National Animal Rescue Groups of Australia. We set that up to help all other people, rescue groups, councils, pounds, anyone who needed help. And after going to the conference and realising there's no plans and seeing the at Richmond Showground in Sydney and other areas around the country, which we'd started to utilise an idea of bring your animals to the showground because we can help you from there. I also realised how much risk and how much danger and the lack of coordination between councils and organisations. One of the fire organisations in 2013, we had different fireys and they didn't have a communication system from that side of the road, that side of the road, and that side of the other end of the road. They couldn't communicate. They do now, but they couldn't. Up here, I've had where I live now in northern New South Wales. We've had so many fires and floods and whatnot and things like everywhere else has too. But the understanding where I get fireys or SES people or whatever else coming into here to ask for directions during a disaster, and they're like I get it, it's hard. Maybe we can look at utilisation in Australia and for disasters and things, Starlink as an emergency system that gets set up around areas so everyone's got reception. Maybe we can look at opening every single showground that's not in the disaster area as an evacuation point so people know where to go. You don't just get told on television, oh, go and find somewhere safe to seek and shelter. And then across a line of the bottom of a television that you may not be looking at that time tells you your local evacuation center. That's craziness. These need to be set up in advance. The things for the animals, their body language and the behavior and stuff. We've tried to tell so many people across the world through charities, organizations and things. And so many times you get told, oh, we can't promote this food company or this trainer. It doesn't affect me. I don't care. But other people that are good, that are doing it across the country, around the world, they can't promote them because of X, Y, or Z interest. That's nonsense. Let's just fix it. Let's just have a website where everything you need, if we don't know how to fix it, we'll defer you to someone else who does. And if they don't know how to fix it or you don't like their ideas, there'll be someone else. And then there'll be somewhere else. Let's just stop saying there's no more solutions. No one's really saying there's no solutions. We're not providing solutions. The answers are there. Desex dogs for anyone who wants to for free. Any animal charities and organisations and governments, just give everyone a tax break to desex their animals so you stop ending them up within the pounds and rescue groups and people having to spend their money through philanthropy or other organisations of charity organisations. Desex every dog. Then go to free basic vet care. Have the vets who offer that tax deduction. The billions of dollars we spend, we can solve an easy problem. We all know our animals. They're our world. Righto, let's see how this goes. Go play. Go play. Good boys and girls. I know. Oi, right now, back up there. So, wasn't even you. No. There's solutions, yeah? You just got to figure them out. See ya.